of my friends say, girl, you better take care.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Steph Community News. Everything is pretty much a serious note, people. We've got some implosions, tsunamis, call it the quantum apocalypse that is happening in the news. There are things that are going on right now. We need to pull together and understand where we're headed. There are a lot of cases that have taken place, and believe me, Elon and Donald Trump are on the warpath. There are changes coming out every day, not subtle changes, which is one or two items. We're talking about 10, 12, 30 executive orders that Donald Trump started on the bicycle. Now he's on the motorcycle. And this man is moving at lightning speed. Ever since the shooting of the National Guards, we all could say a moment of silence for the young lady which passed away. Donald Trump has vowed to settle up on this. He's also showing that he's not gambling around, that people will be vetted 100%, even driver's license, in every situation that he can to make sure that they're 100% vetted and love being in America. Every time the Democrats has triggered one thing, Trump comes back with double. And from having this young lady killed senselessly, and the other young gentleman's holding on to dear life, he has stepped his game up 100%. And we all will see what is transpiring. Elon Musk and Donald Trump have pulled an agreement. Doge is working overtime to find out the mischievous theft and stealing from the American public. They're unfolding. Minnesota, Tampon Tim, Ilhan Omar on egregious crimes. She's bellowing out, saying that advantage has been taken against the Islamic people, and it is wrong for him to try and be king and take full power over people. And believe me, y'all, if y'all believe in this designated evil marrying a brother person who even shouldn't even be in America, much less in the White House or Congress, stealing, taking all of you guys' money, and y'all voted for her to stay in Congress. We need to wake up, because Elon Omar is the epitome of gangster thief and taking from the American people. It shows she doesn't care, which she said before, which I gave in the last podcast, cares nothing about Americans, where they're headed at. She's here for her country, and she cares nothing about the American flag. being burned. Her job is to take care of her people. And billions of dollars have been vacated from America, from us, our taxpayers' money. Also, you guys can leave a comment back, but on the case of our own citizens and Army people like Mark Kelly, who's turning against Trump and trying to upset the military. I understand if Donald Trump was giving out orders which were harmful, unlawful, but he's been on point every chance. And Mark Kelly is going to be called in by Keith Hesek to question him and pretty much be charged for seditious acts and seditious behavior. And he's trying to will out of it by saying he was just warning the troops. There's no need to warn them if Donald Trump hadn't done anything wrong. CNN asked them what was it that Donald Trump, the order that he gave, which was wrong. And they had to blatantly say they couldn't see or heard of any order that Donald Trump had given which was wrong. The National Guard shooting that took place is in Afghanistan, refugee. And this has sparked a lot of action in Donald Trump. They call it an act of terror, as officials are stunned by it. Walk right up with the .44 Magnum and shot repeatedly each person in the chest. Now, this is basically them pushing the narrative, the Democrats, President Trump being the king, trying to take over, trying to control the atmosphere of people. So these rants and raves, like I said before, have very positive moves on some people. A lot of us are sick, need help. A lot of us are stressed, looking for just a nudge or a point to snap. And if you repeatedly, on the subliminal mind treatment part, repeatedly say these things over and over, and it's not one person saying it. The Crockett's and the Waters and the Hakeems and the Jeffries and it's just on and on. Biden had a meeting here last week saying that Donald Trump needs to be killed. And he said if he said this years ago, you'd be booking him and putting him in jail. What's to change that now? Because that's all they speak is of that narrative. This is a very low IQ group of people. And this is the only thing I can say about Dems. If you don't like something, we did 8 years of Biden, 8 years of Bush, 4 years of Biden, quietly, No one taking attempts on, no one live, no one spitting out narratives of such hateful and deceitful talk. But all we hear on the Democrat side is to destroy, dismay, kill the wife, kill the daughter, kill the children. And these people voted in. They suppress ICE. And like I said in the beginning, now that Trump has won, the job has started. Because why would you want to leave the land of milk and honey, where stupid Americans every day are paying your way? You come from a country where you had to work, no shoes on your feet, or however bad it may have been, to prospering now. Each kid can bring you $1,500, $2,000 a month, 24, 25, 32, up into the 60s of SNAP food. Well, I'm here to tell you, all these programs are coming to a head. Donald Trump has said even asylum, until everyone is vetted 100%, that they can truthfully understand who we have in America, between the 30, 40 million or so, I say 40 million, people that Biden has let over here. We don't have a clue who we're standing beside. And these people have been evil all their lives. They come from countries with animosity, hate, resistance, prejudice, and they come over to America wanting to bring their idealized ideas here to change it, such as Modani. And the reason why people voted for a lot of that, because a lot of them are foreigners, and a lot of them cheat. I've never seen such a group of cheating people. I always say, and I never differentiate people by their race, color, creed, or religion, or voting status. But every Democrat, my goodness, if they're opening their mouth, they're lying. And it makes that hard to deal with. And like so many other commentators have said, not just Donald Trump, you can't talk to them. You can't reason with them. They're like little spoiled kids. They lash out, burn cars, tear up buildings, destroy the very infrastructure that protects and provides for them. There also laws, like I said, that are ripping through the White House. Department of Justice has really, basically, Pam Bondi, like I said, Joe Bonagino had problems with her in the beginning, but it's really pulled tooth for Donald Trump. As we know, Big Tish and Comey cases have been released, and they're appealing. But if she'd done her work right, and handle the court right, not like in the beginning with every Republican. The case was too big to rig, and she should have known that, dealing with a Democratic judge. That way, when it comes to trial, your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. But Donald Trump's moving on. These warrants, these arrests that we're going to see transpiring in the near future are going to cause a major standoff. It's not going to be pleasant. And people, I'm telling you, to wake up and watch everything that you're doing, if it's politics you're talking about, you need to be very alert of your surroundings, because this has become utter chaos, anger, frustration, and as I said before, you're starting to hear it on the other side now. They're saying that the beauty queen, Pam Bondi, on the Comey case and Letitia James, an in-depth study it needs to be thrown to see if there were payoffs or anything found of that nature. Like I said, there's a lot coming. Also today in the news, there was a pregnant woman, 22, who presumed to be dead 21 days ago, has appeared. Strangely enough, a lot of weird things are happening. It says the body of the woman has been reportedly found weeks after she was seen getting into a car. I don't know why people do this, but maybe it's a way to get away from things. I've always faced what I have coming head on, and there are reasons for a lot of things. Says Trump's Oval Office renovation bid is suffering structural blows of the building. This could mean more money to resolve it, or whatever the case may be on it. Like I said, my theme here is to bring the opening news to you. Also, people, there is having stories in the news where 23-year-old woman was mauled to death by 3 dogs, setting arguments of politics in school. So we have to be careful on every corner that we take. It says the mother of Carol Lovett's nephew was also detained by ICE. In another part of the news, it says Brazilians have overstayed their tourist visit, and there is, in effect, removal proceedings. Homeland Security is in charge in looking into this full hand. A Burger King worker was killed in breaking up a fight between a customer and one of the workers. Trump is also in a frantic move over the treaty or over the 2026 GOP slips into a fresh panic for the laws that Trump are going to be enacting and bringing forth. Like I said, we are going to be going into a major turnaround. Y'all let me think what you want, but leave a note as to what you think about Marjorie Taylor resigning. And everybody's got something negative to say. They're saying that she's resigning just in time for the taxpayer-funded $250 K pension payout. What does that mean? Like I said, do your due diligence to study on it. Because I didn't get into depth to it, people, why that would affect anything. And as we know, I gave y'all information that Trump has released the Epstein case, all the files. And of course, they're coming back saying now, allegedly, that the files, the renewed criticism, this is Michael Wolff has said this, of President Trump's alleged ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And like I said, a lot of people knew Jeffrey Epstein, but Trump, not by just one woman, repeatedly about the young woman in the Epstein files said that he did no ill harm or got involved in anything pertaining to that. But Democrats are reaching out with everything they have to get a rise out of this. And Martin's people, listen to this. People, please listen. AI is coming. It's here. It's working. 100%. And from here, it's only going to get stronger. Look at me. It's only going to get stronger. This is why I preach to you guys. Get you some property. Even if it's your backyard, create supplies, food for yourself. I even talked to you about chickens. You may not want to get the rooster, but 4 or 5 hens, maybe 3 or 4 meat birds, 3 to 6 months, are up to size for you to prep. So your family has something. Not only do you have eggs, but you have meat, and you also have fertilizer for your garden. Because y'all may not believe Big Papa. It's coming down to a time where it's going to be hard for us to have any sustenance for our bodies. Bees are easy. If you learn how to work with bees, get your honey. Very good antidote for colds, for increasing your health. All these things I'm telling you is what I perceive coming and what is going to happen. Because robots are definitely I don't care what nobody says, are definitely going to take the place of human jobs. Why do I say so? They can work 72 hours straight. No vacation time, not getting sick. You don't have to monitor them like a bunch of babies. Sally don't like Jesse, Jesse don't like Sally. There's an argument there. You got to monetize that. Charge it up, plug it up, let it do its thing. Yeah. Elon is so far ahead on the robots, actually looking humanized and not making mistakes. It says people will live longer because they're there for your every need. Talk to older senior citizens. Pick them up, carry them, bring them their tea. Make sure their medicine's on time. Walk itself back over, charge itself up. Back to work. Companion to talk to. Someone to protect them. Never sleeps. And they say it adds to the life. They're doing studies on it. Of older people. Feel secure. And you can I know it sounds weird, but you can basically talk to it. It answers back. Cooks your meals. Tucks you in. Watches over you all night long. And the key thing, people, is stress. No more. You don't have to worry about your son and your daughter not having time for you. Or you can't get up that morning because you're hurting so bad. It's got you. Help you out of the bed. Help you to the table. Cook, clean. Not one complaint. Same thing with the jobs. And they are working 100%. Listen to this if you don't listen to anything else. Remember I told you one job, you're okay. 2 jobs, you sustain it. 3 jobs, we making money. And however long we got, I predict maybe another year, 2 years at the most. If you haven't made the money you're supposed to make off your job, put it away and invest in the right things. Study, people. That's all it takes. Open up the book. Google. Understand it. ChatGPT. Understand it. Use it. AI. Use it. It'll tell you. Do something for yourself. I'm going to show my audience a little bit more, not everything, of what I'm doing. Not just whistling Dixie, but getting out there. I got a bad hip, but getting out there and going at it. So y'all can see that this is serious. The time for game playing, the time for rehashing things, going over and over and over the same thing, not seeing any results, people. This is what brings America down. This is what puts you in the 3%. Because I've read a lot of books about people who were rich, and it sounds crucial, absolutely crucial, on the things that they do and how they do them and what they have done. If there's a situation where they are not ahead of the game and there's something pulling them down, they move away from it. And I said, wow, that's rough. But I understand the situation. If you're not around people that upbuild you and are on the same track and wish for the same things and want the same things, it becomes a pull and eventually becomes a negative pull. It slows down everything that you are trying to accomplish. And I found that a lot of times we can't change a person, a thing, an entity. That's why a lot of people said when they're planting trees to go a certain way, wise, young, and tender. Same thing as training our kids. We can instill in them good, or we can instill in them bad. The same thing exists with us getting ahead and unfolding a tragedy for our lives. Because a lot of times that one person you're trying to save, you have invested tons and tons of time in. And you look at the overall picture, it's the same scenario. Where do we end up from here? You got one person that wants to excel, get ahead, get on target, and make things happen. And everything else around you is lagging behind. It's your choice. I understand a lot of people who I watch on the internet, they're by themselves, but they're successful. A lot of people ask them, are they lonely? Many times they get duped. But you're doing and creating that dream that maybe only you see. You'd like for others to see it, but only you may see that. And you can't make anyone change. Doesn't happen. Says margins are getting tighter and tighter. Major layoffs from Amazon, 14,000. Google, thousands have been laid off. UPS, 48,000. October has had over 139,000 layoffs. We had a delayed job report because of the shutdown in October. Our employment rate went up 4.4%. The layoff of jobs hit a 20-year high. Three out of 4 million government jobs are on the chopping block. AI is here, people. ChatGPT, Grok, computing. As of the 1st of January 2026, robots are out. Smart, intelligent, quick. The Elon deal of $1 trillion has been made. And this is for Elon to use his brain to excel the robotic industry of Tesla, to be the smartest, quickest robot out there. things are moving so fast, that slow power is going to be gone. Scott Bessent is there now with him. He will be taking over. And the feds are being pressed to drop rates. We have the highest interest rates out of any country. Most of them are 2.25%. We're 4.5, I think it is. They want this down to 2%. They're thinking of another rate drop in December. And after too slow power is gone, Trump's going to have this down 1.8, 2%. You'll be able to buy your home. You'll be able to lease money. And the only reason I would borrow money, I gamble a little bit, is to put it in the stock market, make that 100,000, make 200,000, give them the 100,000 back. Big Daddy's on the road. I got $100,000 to play with. But the only way to make that happen, like I say, you got to be focused. You got to have control. You got to be the right be right, the wrong be wrong. Because changing your plans in the middle of the stream from what you sought out to do can be like a paddle in a boat trying to go upstream. Get into your ETFs, things that usually go with a positive flow. I'm not telling you what to do, but they're going to try another government shutdown. That's probably coming up in January. If Trump doesn't create the nuclear strike, cash is slowing down. Countries are investing in billions, $1 trillion of gold and silver. Writing's on the wall, people. Robots are here to stay. Every country is investing in drones and robotics. Every country. So like when we see things like 75 dead in Hong Kong fire, which is battling apartments, businesses and stuff like that, we're sorry and we moan that. But a lot of your jobs, I'm already retired, our jobs, they're going to be vacant, or stay vacant. A lot of what we used to know, people, I tell my family, people around me, kids, get on the bike, ride. You got time to be stupid no more. It's here. I said stupid. And all these people running around, I got 24,000, 34,000, 40,000 SNAP benefits. Woo! You mad? No, I ain't mad, lady. I'm not mad. That's all coming to a stop. You got 6 kids, 1 on the way. I wish you well. Because the government's not going to have no more money for that. We are broke. And the writing been on